Alright, so in this session, we'll demo the new multimodal capabilities in Solvent-Botworx paired with the concept of automation programs. So we'll apply this to a low-code app. We're going to open an already existing low-code app. Double click on this. As for automation programs, you can read the documentation on the site which describes them. We're going to open a session. We use an existing Gemini session, and we'll open up the Build Beautify app, which is the automation program that we have for building low-code apps with the Beautify framework. To link an open automation program with, call it a client program or client module, you can just select it from that list, because every module within the platform that intends to use AI would register itself in a way so that you can link them to automation programs. If we click on that, it gets recognized as an app, and the UI changes to reflect that. So for this demo, we'll do something very simple, which is to use speech to tell it to change the color of the toolbar. So hover over that, migrate to the toolbar element itself, and then when you click on that, it basically creates a hint, which is registered here. And then to provide the context to the automation program so it knows what to do, when we click on that, choose the right automation program, the UI will get updated. All it does is provide a kind of text control instruction here that points to a specific ID which corresponds to the ID for this element. So you don't have to type that, essentially. Alright, so we click on this, which turns on speech synthesis so that the program can speak back to us. And then I'm going to use the mic to provide the instruction. Increase the context here and the context length. And I think everything else should be fine. So I'm going to click on this and then just provide the instruction. Change the color to yellow. Alright, so once I hit that save, it registers the audio capture. Now I'm going to hit go to send a request. actual prompt that goes to the AI is quite substantial in terms of context length for this type of stuff. Even though I gave a simple instruction, that basically gets injected into a much larger set of rules that guides the AI in terms of what type of code to produce. Every low-code app is backed by an app module, which is, think of it as a logic driver for the low-code app. And if the instruction that was provided seemed like it had something that needed to be updated within the app module, generally this is when it will happen. Right? There's another automation program that handles that. It will essentially parse the instruction that you provided and then determine based on all the rules whether there's something that needs to be updated within the app module. For this particular instruction there isn't, since it was a simple UI update, so it'll go through that and conclude that there isn't an update and then just continue on. You can also turn that up so that can make things a little faster if you know that the instruction that you're issuing does not involve that change. It doesn't make additional calls to the model. All right, so it heard an instruction and applied the change. What we're really going for here is a kind of workspace where the AI can act as a true assistant, right? Where a sidekick of sort you can have a back and forth with through all these different modalities: speech, text. It's generating a speech now. I don't know if it'll come through the recording. We'll see. Basically, it's going to tell me.
The app has been built and opened in the low-code composer. The app bar color has been changed to yellow.
Okay, so I'll see after the recording is done whether the capture thing worked for the speech, but it does, provide speech confirmation. And you can take a look at the log of activities in here. This is basically the chat log. It was automated, of course, so you didn't have to interact with it, but here's a speech that the AI provided at the end of it. You can play it back if you wanted to. My original speech should be somewhere up here. Here it is. Right. So this is essentially the magic trick here, if you will, is one, depending on the model you're using, like in the case of Gemini, it does support audio natively, so I believe it sends the actual audio as the instruction. But we have the ability to have model providers use other models, modality capabilities. So in other words, if I was using, let's say, Anthropic, which doesn't currently support audio, it will perform the synthesis first and generate this text, and then behind the scenes, our automation programs will basically inject that text in and send it to Anthropic. So you're able to use the text-to-speech capability of, say, OpenAI or Gemini to work with Anthropic to generate code or do some other task. So that's a nice ability as well. Anyways, this is a very meant to be a very quick demo. Still some work to do, but I think you can begin to see possibilities here of really engaging with automation in a way that I think is nice. Thank you.